know if you contract the supply of labor or hire equipment from a local contractor, you are required to deduct withholding tax? I'm Tiffany Rodius. Let's talk tax.
I am Balwan Prasad, driver for the past 10 years. Over the years that I have been driving, I always make sure that I buckle up, I observe the 5C, and most importantly, make sure that I renew my driver's license at least 3 months before the expiration date.
Public officials, this you can't miss. Importing a motor vehicle under 4 years old, you would be happy to know that the taxes have been reduced. If the vehicle is less than 1500 cc, the excise tax rate is now 0%. If the vehicle is between 1500 to 1800 cc and 1800 to 2000 cc, then the excise tax rate is now 10% instead of the previous 30%. Public officers will also be exempted from import duties and VAT.
Withholding tax is an income tax. This is an advance tax deducted from wages in the case of employee, and in the case of non-resident, this tax applies to interest, dividends, and other income. The deducted tax must be remitted to the government, and the amount withheld serves as a credit against income taxes the employee or non-resident must pay during the year.
Wait a damn minute.
It is not as confusing as it sounds. Just remember, this is an advance tax applied on gross income. For this episode, we'll be focusing specifically on the deduction of withholding tax for resident contractors.
Huh? What? Oh. Okay.
There are some important definitions to note when it comes to applying this withholding tax. The Income Tax Act provides two definitions for a contractor who is a resident in Guyana. The first is in relation to individuals. A resident contractor can be an individual who resides permanently in Guyana or resides in Guyana for more than 183 days in the year. Resident in the case of business means the control and management of the operation is in Guyana. It's also important to note for resident contractors, withholding tax is only applied to payments made for the supply of labor or for the hiring of equipment. If you have a contract with a resident contractor, then you are required by law to deduct withholding tax at the rate of 2%.
If you are contracted to trowel text a building, it requires labor. So the paint is one thing. So the paint aspect of it, let's say you're required to do both, supply the paint as well as do the actual work. We know that when it comes to those kinds of things, people put labor costs in. So that labor cost is what will attract the 2% withholding tax. However, where the contract cannot, the amounts can be split to show the labor separate. We advise persons to basically apply the 2% to the entire contract amount, because at the end of the day, it does not take away anything from the contractor, because it's just a part of their advance taxes that they would have to pay anyhow.
You can find the withholding tax form guide to completing the return and other information on the 2% withholding tax for resident contractors on the GRA's website, www.gra.gov.gy. You can also call Tax Advisory Services on the numbers listed for more information. Don't forget to follow us on social media and like and subscribe to our YouTube page. Stay safe, everyone.